I got my life pretty well together, and when I learned how many other people suffered what I suffered, I decided that's what I would really want to do. Excuse me. I had to
We
get
have
it out.
quite an audience
I've been
here.
quiet for so long. I
Yeah.
usually don't stay quiet for more than a couple of minutes. No, the people here in Tucson have been terrific. The restaurants or just walking down the street, and they walk up to me like they know me, and I feel that it means that I am doing what I really wanted to do when I started 7 years ago to really get into this.
I saw some Jerry Lewis mannerisms. I almost said if I was going to compare you to somebody, and it's I don't think there's anything wrong with comparing
Oh, I
somebody
don't
to a
either.
success.
I'm just kidding.
But
I love Jerry
a cross
Lewis.
between Jerry Lewis and Phil Donahue. Have you heard that before?
No, when I did Phil Donahue's show, I just thought he was terrific. I liked him a whole lot. I thought he was a good person. Forget about as a good interviewer, which he is,
Yeah.
but I mean, I went for the person. The old Jerry Lewis films were quite brilliant, and as a kid, I really liked him, and kids my age did not particularly like him. But I relate with him because he could put his guts on the line tastefully to make somebody laugh. And making someone laugh was not enough for me.
Yeah.
I had to make them laugh, and I had to do something else, something that
Besides
would
making
last,
them laugh.
and that would be motivation.
Yeah.
To not make the mistakes I made, to eat properly, to exercise, to enjoy their life, not to let people take over, and that's what I tried to do.
I know you spent part of your early life in Italy, and I know you've got the bad news. We're taping this on the day, the bad news from Rome, the attempted assassination of the Pope, which you were very close to the Vatican, and you worked there, and you lived there. That had to shock you, consider, I'm sure, when you heard
I
the
didn't
news.
find out. I have not seen a newspaper, and I found out tonight. And it's just so hard for me to believe all these assassinations, and it makes a lot. It instills a lot of fear in Americans. I mean, some nights I will go home, and the driveway of my house will open, the gate, and someone will follow me in, and that makes me very frightened. It's a shame our public figures who do so much for the country and its positiveness get shot.
Yeah, it's a negative part of society today, and it's
But he's
awful.
okay now.
Yeah.
He's resting, and he'll be fine.
Yeah.
He'll be eating
It's too bad
pasta
you can't see your
majoli
show.
soon. He will one day. We're going to be going in Spanish now.
You are.
And the remotes have just begun. We're doing this remote, and then we're going to Japan, and then I'm going into a prison for a week, doing remotes in a prison. And then I'm doing something to also get our country spirited up. The Army, the Navy, and the Marines. We're doing shows on a battleship. And doing kind of a whole Wake Up America.
I could see you doing something on an aircraft carrier with the size of a football field with the crews
We're going to
out
exercise
there.
them all.
Fantastic. I was surprised when I heard about your show, that another Jack LaLanne exercise show, but I saw you interviewing people. A lady this morning, as an example, that would teach people how to defend themselves from attack. You do cooking on the show. I saw you make a chocolate mousse that was completely calorie-free. You do more than just exercise.
Oh yeah, it's a whole round thing. It's the head. That's where the laughter
You
comes
do
in.
some psychoanalysis.
It's the theme of the show, whether it be self-defense, rape,
You
hair.
have a theme type of.
Every day there's a theme. And in the beginning of the show, we do an opening, sometimes very crazy and outrageous to get the point across. And then we do the cooking, and then we do the exercising, and then we do the working on the mind.
Yeah. Let me.
Put down that candy, please. Thank you.
No candy. They're going to bring the milkshake over here from Swenson's down the hall. I want to read something about your show, and then give me your impression, if you agree with this.
Oh, can I see it first?
Yeah, it was Alan Cartnell. I know you read this article, but he said, call it part evangelism, part psychodrama, part street theater, part group theater, part high camp. In the vernacular of the trade, though, it's pure television. One of those uncommon instances when the tube lights up and something live and spontaneous and offbeat takes place. And
A lot of big words in there.
yeah, part evangelism. Do you agree with that?
I think that anything that takes time and dedication becomes a sort of religion. You know, a disciplined routine of your life. It has a religious connotation. And I'm sure that my show in its own way is religious because it cares. You know, I'm not the 700 Club, and I don't talk about it a great deal. I talk about and share about what I know, which I think is pretty religious.
Yeah. I find it hard to believe, looking at you, that you were once 246 pounds.
268.
268. I took a few off you.
Thank you.
That's incredible. That.
Well, all my life I was fat, and unlike most overweight children, who kind of
as a teen and pre, you were.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was pre-obesity. I think that some overweight kids become wallflowers, become very shy, become introverted. I went directly the opposite. Did commercials. Was the first grape and fruit of the loom. I mean, I did 137 commercials. When I lost the weight,
As a little fat kid.
As a little fat kid, and when I lost the weight, and lost it very quick because I starved, everything, you know, gave out, and I had to have, you know, I talk about my surgeries very openly, and I would recommend anybody. I have women in my class who used to weigh 350 pounds. Now they weigh 135. What do you do with all that skin?
Yeah.
You know, why, if you work that hard, why not let's just tone it up a little bit?
Well, I just want to lose 15.
Well, what are you doing about it?
Talking about it, really.
So you travel a lot. You've been going from city to city, and you got hotel food, and you have late interviews, and it becomes kind of a routine, just like, you know, everybody here who has to gain weight or lose weight. The routines are different. And if you just have, like being here at the Canyon Ranch Club, I mean, you can't believe this. This spa is unbelievable.
Yeah. You do have to be in a situation which allows you to lose weight, I'm sure.
I think an environment's important.
Yeah. General Hospital, you're doing so many things. Your book is in the top 10 sellers list, a part in General Hospital. Do you like this life, this activity, your spas in Beverly Hills? And you want a little more time for yourself?
Well, how I look at it is I have a very big responsibility. 60 million people a day watch my show. A lot of them are overweight, a great deal. There's no place for them to go to exercise. Every time I start a business or do something, I employ people. And that may sound kind of cornball American, but there's going to be a day when there'll be 30,000 people working with me doing what I do around the country, because I'm opening up spas all over the United States. And I'm giving them, first of all, everybody who works for me has been overweight, so that's one good thing. Now they can go out and teach it, because you can't teach it unless you've been there, you know? And I'm going to, be employing all those people, and then we're going to be helping so many more, and it's just one night circle.